you have spent years swallowing capsules your body never absorbed? The average American spends $56 a month on supplements. Most of it is urinated out before lunch. My grandmother kept a dark jar in the back of the pantry, honey, vinegar, and whatever herbs she had dried that summer. She called it her winter medicine. She never bought a supplement in her life. 3 ingredients, 1 glass jar, 7 days, 2,400 years of science. This video is for education, not medical advice. Consult a healthcare professional before making changes to your supplement routine. The supplement industry took a living medicine, killed it, and sold it back to you. And the compound the bacteria create does not exist anywhere in the raw plant. You cannot patent a living process. So they killed it, bottled the corpse, and called it a supplement. The archive opens on the island of Kos, in the Aegean Sea, 400 years before the Common Era. A physician named Hippocrates is preparing a mixture. He calls it oxymel, from the Greek oxy, acid, mele, honey. In his treatise on regimen in acute diseases, he writes that this preparation promotes expectoration and freedom of breathing. He prescribes it for respiratory infections, for joint pain, for fevers that will not break. The preparation is simple: vinegar, honey, herbs, thyme, no capsule, no gelatin shell, no freeze drying, just a jar left in a cool, dark place until the bacteria finish their work. This is the first recorded prescription for a medicine your grandmother already knew how to make. But Hippocrates was not alone. 6 civilizations reached the same conclusion, independently. In Persia, the physician Ibn Sina, known to the West as Avicenna, documented over 1,200 varieties of this preparation. He called it sekanjabin, from serke, vinegar, and angabin, honey. His canon of medicine prescribed it for epilepsy, fever, and obstruction of the stomach. In India, Ayurvedic practitioners submerged turmeric in honey before written records existed. The preparation traveled with the spice routes, from Kerala to Constantinople. In Japan, families fermented over 50 different herbs in a preparation called koso. Research suggests the gut microbiome diversity of traditional koso consumers may be significantly higher than the average Western diet. In rural Russia, fermented herb and honey preparations called spitin served as the primary medicine for over 800 years, until 1924, when the Soviet government replaced traditional healers with state-run pharmacies. The Roman army carried vinegar and honey on campaign. They called it posca. Historical records suggest it may have helped prevent scurvy. Cato the Elder drank it daily, even after his days in the army were behind him. 6 civilizations. No contact, same jar, same conclusion. This was not superstition. This was observation. And then, one industry figured out how to kill it. The modern supplement industry looked at these living fermented compounds and saw a problem. A jar you make once lasts 6 months. That is not a business model. So they did what industries do. They reverse engineered the medicine and removed the life. Step 1. They identified the active compounds in fermented herbs. Step 2. They separated those compounds from the bacterial matrix that created them. Step 3. They freeze-dried the extract, stripped the bacteria, removed the living process. Step 4. They pressed the dead compounds into tablets and gelatin shells. Step 5. And they sold them back at 4,000% markup. A bottle of turmeric capsules costs $25. It delivers curcumin at roughly 2% bioavailability. A jar of honey fermented turmeric costs less than $1 to make. Research suggests bioavailability rates between 35 and 45%. The $177 billion supplement industry runs on a simple equation. Living medicine is a one-time investment. Dead pills are recurring revenue. The business model required killing the process. But the science they tried to bury came back. Studies published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology suggest that fermenting herbs in an acidic honey medium may significantly increase their polyphenol content. Polyphenols are the compounds responsible for anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antimicrobial activity. In their raw form, your body may absorb only a fraction of the polyphenols in dried turmeric. After fermentation in honey, research suggests that absorption rates may increase substantially. But here is what the supplement industry cannot replicate. The bacteria do not just unlock what is trapped inside the plant. They build something new. A 2018 study from Seoul National University found that fermented rosemary extract contained a compound called rosmarinic acid lactone. It does not appear anywhere in the fresh herb. The bacteria had manufactured a new molecule. A study published in Cell in 2019 found that commercial probiotic capsules passed through the gut of most participants without establishing any lasting colonies. Between 60 and 90% of the bacteria were already dead. The bacteria in a living oxymel are different. They arrive alongside the prebiotic compounds they need to survive. Researchers call this a symbiotic, a living system. Current capsule technology has not been able to replicate this. The prebiotic feeds the probiotic. The probiotic transforms the herbs. The herbs deliver their compounds at rates that isolated supplements cannot match. Not a pill, not a powder, a process. Now, a clarification. Some of you are thinking, honey is antimicrobial. That should kill the bacteria. And you are right. Concentrated honey kills most bacteria. That is precisely the design. When you dilute honey with vinegar and herb moisture, you create a selective environment. Pathogens die. But osmotolerant strains, Lactobacillus, Acetobacter, survive. They are the ones that transform the herbs. A second clarification. This is not lactofermentation in the traditional salt brine sense. This is acetic acid-mediated extraction with microbial transformation. The distinction matters. And a third. Not all claims about fermented herbs have been replicated at scale. Results vary by herb type, honey source, and fermentation duration. The science is promising. It is not absolute. Here is how you make it. Take a clean glass jar, any size. Mason jars work, old jam jars work. It does not matter. Fill it 1/3 full with raw, unprocessed honey. Not the plastic bear from the supermarket. Raw honey. You can find it at any farmer's market. Without raw honey, the enzymes needed for fermentation may not be present. The process may not work as intended. Add 1 tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar with the mother. The mother is the cloudy bacterial colony floating at the bottom of the bottle. This is your starter culture. Without the mother, the process may not work as intended. Now add your herbs. Dried herbs work better than fresh because the lower moisture content prevents mold. 2 tablespoons of dried herbs per cup of honey. Turmeric and black pepper. Oregano and thyme. Rosemary and sage. Ginger and cayenne. Push the herbs down. Every herb must be submerged. No herb should be exposed to air. Seal the jar loosely. not airtight. A cloth held with a rubber band works. A mason jar lid resting on top without being screwed down works. Leave it in a dark cupboard at room temperature. Days 1 through 3. Open the jar once daily and stir. You will see small bubbles forming on the surface. That is the bacteria working. By day 7, the honey will have thinned. It will smell slightly tangy. The herbs will have darkened and released visible oils into the liquid. You have a living herbal oxymel. 1 tablespoon per day, straight, in warm water, or drizzled over food. 6 months at room temperature. No refrigeration needed. Under $4 per jar. 1 jar of raw honey makes dozens of batches. This is education, not medical advice. Consult a healthcare provider before starting any new supplement. Especially if you take blood thinners or other medication, raw honey is not safe for children under 1 year due to botulism risk. If you have diabetes or blood sugar concerns, consult your doctor before consuming honey-based preparations regularly. If you are immunocompromised, consult your doctor first. If you have allergies to bee products, test a small amount before regular use. 2,400 years, 6 civilizations, 1 truth. Medicine is not a pill, it is a process. $56 a month or $4. Dead capsules or a living jar. A pharmacy you rent every month or one you build in 5 minutes. The jar does not expire. The knowledge does not expire. The bacteria are still alive, still working, still transforming. It waited in the pantry, in the cellar, in the dark jar your grandmother never explained. It waited for you to remember. The archive closes, but the living jar does not. Every grandmother who kept a dark jar in the pantry knew this. Every monastery that maintained an oxymel cellar knew this. Every village healer who mixed honey with herbs and waited knew this. Now you know. What herb grows in your garden that your grandmother used to keep in a jar? Tell us in the comments, because that knowledge is the archive. Your garden is waiting. Subscribe to the Green Archive. We excavate the knowledge they made you forget. Every file we open was closed for a reason. The next archive opens soon.